there's a group that cleans beaches every weekend, so maybe we can start from there. And people also throwing in like what they think are lasting solutions, because then we can't. They were saying that we can't always be cleaning the beaches every weekend. What happens to like looking at a more sustainable plan moving forward? And so people were throwing in suggestions in there, and my conversation is people speaking or
it's
talking.
Plastic, especially plastic waste, killing more people than wars. We are not. It's not making major headlines.
Than wars.
Yeah, than wars.
Wars. Oh, wars. You mean wars?
Yeah, wars, and nobody's talking about it, and we're just living our lives.
Charlie, I don't know. Is it?
And I say, if we make the place that you're consuming plastic deposits old age, then you start.
So
ripping,
people were also saying that back in the day, I think we didn't really have plastic. Like someone came up with the invention, they created it, and then it helped solve whatever problem it had to solve. And then I think they failed to also take a look at how we can make sure that it's not messing the environment up. So now that it's taking a while for people to catch up to the fact that the plastics you're using is doing this, and so moving forward, let's try and do this. Like people need to correct those. Correction, because
people they go jail for having plastic in Rwanda.
In our people homes, we're supposed to partition, separate the trash. But because bins no better. How many now better? To say so you're putting only plastics here, you're putting only produce. Like it's a bigger conversation, Giovani.
I know, and there are some mighty hands who also benefiting from this wahala.
Yes.
Fighting them would be fighting, punching the demigod.
You have something to share with us.
It's just as scary as you've mentioned it. I mean, this actually worsens it.
Ending up in the ocean. Over half of all plastic is used just once and then thrown away, taking hundreds of years to decompose. Apart from the perception that plastic waste is ugly and unnatural, it has also been known to harm marine animals. And exposed to salt water and sunlight, it can fragment into microplastics, which some people fear can poison sea life and humans who subsequently consume it. But is it as big an environmental problem as the plastic panic across the rich world suggests? Plastics account for just 10% of the 1.3 billion tons of waste produced globally every year. Air pollution is blamed for 7 million deaths per year worldwide. Ocean acidification, the result of man-made carbon dioxide emissions, is disastrous for coral reefs.
Then we can go on and on. This is The Economist actually on YouTube. You can check out some of the environmental videos and far
so we can learn
advice.
We can learn a thing or two. Far advice.
Far advice.
I don't so get bad.
No, I was trying to say. I thought I come to speak
fashion.
French
today's Monday is too early for that.
French classes are usually Wednesdays.
Monsieur
Giovani. They're usually Wednesdays. So that by Friday you forget and move on.
That's true.
I think then wait for another Wednesday. Anyway, another thing that's got people talking is that the caterers under the school feeding program, they have rejected the proposed 1 CD 20 pesos increment put forth by the Minister of Gender, Children and Social Protection. And so they're calling on them to do more, and they are also saying that they even believe that the arrears will not be paid. And the conversation started on social media where Ghanaians are asking, say, 1 CD now, 20 pesos now, their account, because it's not even doing anything. And so people are asking that the kind of interventions or social programs that they believe will actually benefit the country, they are not investing properly into it. And so people are very concerned, and they're asking our leaders to do more. Some comments even suggested that these leaders don't have their children in these schools, and so they really do not understand that 1 CD 20 pesos really is not doing anything. So that's how the conversation is happening. And then a lady has filed a lawsuit against Trey Songz for alleged sexual assault, claiming the singer inappropriately touched her during a pool party. The woman, who is concealing her name by using the alias Jane Doe, allegedly claimed that he attacked her. He attacked her. So in the pool party and all of that, she just wanted to take a photo, but then he went further by ripping her swimsuit out or off, and then started to show her breasts to the people at the party. And this happened, This happened somewhere in 2013, and so it's a story that has been developing all this while, and people are reacting to it because I think when people caught wind of it, they were like, oh, it's one of those stories, don't sweep it under the carpet. But this lady is not giving up anytime soon, and so that conversation is happening.
Yeah, she's asking for 10 million.
She is asking for 10 million.
10 million Ghana cedis.
10 million dollars. Now Ghana cedis not for $10 million. I think earlier she had asked for a certain amount, but then she was refused, and so this time around she's doing 10 million.
Wow.
And now people are jumping on the conversation because there's been stories where Trey Songz has been, acting weird and funny, and so then they believe that indeed this is something they should be taking a look at, especially when a friend of the lady also shared the video of exactly what happened, and they did realize that it wasn't an appropriate thing to do. So that is happening over there. And then also over the weekend, photos of a Jacko's mansion came on the timelines. He celebrated his birthday some days ago, but then the photos came. People were loving the fact that he's been doing his stuff for a while now. Low key, he's been investing. This is what he shows for it, and as usual, some people also on the other side saying things that are very unwarranted because you don't put money in the
everybody
person's
for running your own race.
Exactly. So that's
but there are things you do in this life that you pay for later. Oh yes.
Yeah.
Some utterances you make, especially undermining people's
successes.
You go pay for. That one no prayer come if you save you.
I swear.
Oh yes, it happen. You go collect. That be how life day. People are living cases right now because of things they've said. Charlie, see, if you no one talk anything good about them, see them go. That is why the phone says we even get scroll up and down. You can even come down, or you can close tab.
Hurt people like that. That's like the because
it doesn't make sense. But let's go.
We're going. So the
congratulations going out to the legend.
Congrats, yes, low key, but showing you a thing or two. The presiding bishop of Perez Chapel International, Benjamin Ohene Abuaje, on Sunday declared a 1-week fast with prayers for all members across the globe over the Nogokpo controversy involving the church. And you already know the story, and so people are reacting on social media that they should. So people wanted to find out will Ajin Asari go and see the council. Like it's a big thing over
Interesting times ahead.
Interesting times. We're waiting to see how.
I have no comments.
Oh, of course.
As expected. I don't know much about it. I wasn't expecting it to get this far. That's why I have no comments. I wasn't expecting this to get this far, but so let's see how interesting the next few weeks or days get.
Yeah, will look like. Yeah. And then also Afrobeat star Burna Boy on Sunday made history as the first African artist to headline a UK stadium with 80,000 fans in attendance, and the timelines is excited because when how I think you say this a lot that Ghanaians like to claim other African artists in spaces like this, and so a lot of Ghanaians are like, well, Burna Boy usually takes inspiration from Ghana, and so a win for him is a win for us as well. So people are reacting to that story, and congratulations going out to him for that amazing feat. And then the story right here where Ugandan dance troupe Ghetto Kids, they missed out on the top 3 slots at the last stage of Britain's Got Talent competition over the weekend, but they ended up thanking the fans for their unwavering support. We touched on the story when they did the audition. They were giving a golden buzzer that took them straight to the semi-finals, and people are saying that even if they did not place or they didn't win, they still have been able to make a name for themselves in the hearts of the people who watched the show, and they're really excited about that and what else to look out for coming from their camp. And that's it for the trends and the NT.
Yeah, so there's a story on a sad story of a 64-year-old man jailed for sleeping in John Pencil's abandoned house. Yeah, Isaac Odum. This on Ghana Web. Isaac Odum, 64-year-old charcoal producer, is currently serving a 12-month jail sentence at Winneba local prison for breaking into a house owned by former Black Stars defender John Pencil. Now, Ike recounted the unfortunate circumstance that led to him being found on the wrong side of the law. So, we got jailed for sleeping in someone's house.
Well, they did say breaking and entry.
Well, yes, and that is against the law. But I'm sure they were expecting that. Okay, so I think he was fined.
Okay. Fine.
Yes,
okay.
1,440 Ghana cedis, but he couldn't pay because he was charged with unlawful entry and trespassing on someone's property, and accused of stealing the mattress he slept on.
No,
I mean, I don't. Yeah, but that's according to him. I mean, people behind bars will say anything, but this is what Ghana Web reports, and it's a breaking one, right?
Let's people, it sparks the conversation about what other ways can we punish people for some of these, because then you take the person to prison for 12 months. They clearly do not have a place to live. So then what would, because Obabaka, we probably will still have to go and look for a place.
Okay.
Giovani. I'm very concerned right now, guys. We're done.
We should, because where my mouth is going, I think.
I'm very worried. Yeah, we should be done by now.
And now now you're going to give me the perfect.
Let me give you some perfect match extra vibe.
What happened?
First and foremost, right now, right now on Twitter, literally right now, perfect match extra is trending.
Okay.